In a world on the brink of chaos, where tyranny threatened to snuff out the light of liberty, there arose a hero, a man whose unwavering sense of justice and indomitable spirit became a beacon of hope for all who believed in freedom. His name was Samuel Sam Harper, but the world would come to know him as the Sentinel of Freedom. Sam was an ordinary man from a small town, raised on stories of courage and sacrifice by his father, a decorated war veteran. From a young age, Sam understood the value of freedom and the responsibility that came with it. Though he was never the strongest or the fastest, his heart was unmatched in its capacity for bravery and selflessness. When the world plunged into a global conflict, with dictators rising to power and nations falling under the iron grip of oppression, Sam knew he had to act. Despite his humble beginnings, he volunteered to join the fight, determined to protect the ideals he held dear. His courage caught the attention of a secret government project aimed at creating a new breed of super soldier, a sentinel who would stand as a symbol of freedom and inspire others to resist tyranny. Through a series of rigorous tests and experiments, Sam was transformed. His body was enhanced to the peak of human potential, stronger, faster, and more resilient. But it wasn't just his physical abilities that made him extraordinary. It was his unshakable moral compass, his refusal to back down in the face of evil, and his deep love for his country and its people. Donning a suit that bore the colors of his nation, red, white, and blue, Sam became the Sentinel of Freedom. Armed with a nearly indestructible shield, emblazoned with a star, he led the charge against those who sought to enslave the world. His shield, a symbol of protection and defiance, became a legend in its own right, capable of withstanding any attack and reflecting the resolve of its wielder. The Sentinel of Freedom fought on countless battlefields, from the frozen wastelands of the north to the burning deserts of the south. He took on armies single-handedly, faced down the most ruthless enemies, and never once lost sight of his mission: to protect the innocent, to fight for those who could not fight for themselves, and to uphold the values of liberty and justice. As the war raged on, the Sentinel of Freedom inspired hope in the hearts of millions. His bravery rallied troops and civilians alike, showing them that no matter how dark the night, the dawn of freedom was always within reach. Even when the odds were stacked against him, when defeat seemed inevitable, Sam never gave up. He knew that as long as there was breath in his lungs and strength in his arms, he would fight to the last to defend what was right. In the final days of the war, the Sentinel of Freedom faced his greatest challenge: a confrontation with the mastermind behind the global tyranny, a man whose power and intellect were unmatched. The battle was fierce, and the fate of the world hung in the balance. But with his unyielding spirit and the support of those he had inspired, Sam emerged victorious, shattering the chains of oppression and restoring peace to the world. Though the war ended, the Sentinel of Freedom's work was far from over. He knew that the price of liberty was eternal vigilance, and so he continued to serve, defending his country and its people from new threats, both at home and abroad. His legacy grew, and the story of Samuel Sam Harper, the Sentinel of Freedom, became a testament to the power of courage, the importance of standing up for what is right, and the belief that one person can make a difference.